Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you are new. My name is Tara and this is The Planting Bug. And in today's video, we are going to talk about my variegated jade plant. So take a look at her. She is beautiful. This is a succulent. I have owned her now for probably about 2 months. And what I love about her is the variegation. If you take a look at the leaves, they've got some white little stripes in there, but then if you look really close, there's also some little pink hues in there as well. So I just think this is a striking plant. I still have it in its little nursery pot and then just put it in this little decorative pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and teach you everything that I know about this plant. I just really, on my channel, I like to share just the knowledge that I'm learning about my plants, but also just share with you the new plants that I bring into my home. It's just so exciting to be able to get a plant that's from another part of the world, bring it into your home and care for it and just watch it grow. It just is so satisfying. So go ahead and sit back, relax. If you enjoy this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you are new here, I'd love to have you stick around and subscribe, become part of my plant family. So go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below. Turn on the notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload. Okay, so as most plants have many names, this one has a lot of names as well. Again, this is my variegated jade plant, but it is also known as a Crassula Obliqua VARIAGATA or a Crassula Ovata lemon and lime. This is a tricolor, which means you'll see the green, the white, and then if you take a look closely, you see those pink tips in there. This plant here is showing new growth. Like I said, I have owned it for 2 months now, and I just love the striking variegation on these leaves. Again, that is the pink color there on the edges. I just think it is absolutely gorgeous. This succulent plant is native to southern coast of Africa, and like I've said in other videos, I just love the fact that I can purchase a plant that's from across the world and bring it into my home and just enjoy its beauty. So there are many different types of jade plants. There's over 200 species, and it is such a great plant for beginners. It is very, very easy to take care of. It needs very little to survive, and let's go through the plant care tips now. So as this plant is a very slow growing plant, but it is well worth the wait. It is fun to watch it grow. As far as soil goes, it needs to have a well draining soil, and watering it, honestly, I just water it when the soil is dry. So right now the soil here is pretty dry, but I allow it to dry out in between waterings. You never want to have the soil just be wet at all times. It definitely needs to dry out in between waterings. If you ever see the leaves start to kind of shrivel up, it definitely needs water. As you can see, these leaves are really thick and hardy, and if you ever see them kind of shrivel up, that is definitely signs that it needs to have a good watering. But honestly, I probably just water this plant maybe once every week or once every 2 weeks. You don't need to fertilize it very often. It is not very necessary, but it does need 5 to 6 hours of indirect sunlight daily. If you ever notice that your leaves are losing those pink hues on the edges, it is a sign that it is not getting enough light. So right now it is winter. I live here in Utah. I normally keep these on a windowsill. As you can see here in my kitchen, they're perfect for a windowsill. But with my temperatures dropping so cold, I decided I did not want to have my succulents on the windowsill anymore. So I did remove this, and as you can see, I brought it over here to this plant stand that I have, and this is kind of where I keep it now. This has a west-facing window, and in the window, it brings in a lot of indirect sunlight. It gets definitely 5 to 6 hours a day of great sunlight. This is the morning hours, so it doesn't show it very well, but this is where I am keeping this plant here in the winter months. You can prune these plants to help promote growth, but you want to do that in the growing season. I have not done that yet to this plant, but I plan on doing it. Morning sun is less intense, so a facing window that receives morning sun is awesome for this plant. If the plant gets too much sun, like I said, the leaves will lose that pink hue on there and they'll start to turn like a yellow color. Also, if this plant does not get enough sun, it will grow long and lanky branches as it tries to reach for the sun. So if you see this happening, you need to move it to a brighter area in your home. Like I said, it needs 5 to 6 hours of sunlight daily. It is indirect sunlight that I give it. But if it receives direct sunlight, it can burn the leaves and it is not good for it. So this jade plant can reach 5 feet tall or more over time, but remember they are slow growing plants, so just be patient with it. And the plant can also bloom sometimes, but usually indoor plants, when you're growing them indoors, you usually never see that. But in its own environment and natural habitat, they do flower, and they are usually a pinkish white flower. But like I said, if you're growing it indoors, you more than likely will never see that. This plant is very easy to propagate. I've done some research on it, but I have not done it yet. I will plan on doing that, and I will share it with you when I do. So again, this is a great plant to own if you are a beginner plant owner and you want to have a plant that is very easy to care for. This one is definitely a plant that you want to get in your home. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Right now I'm just learning about this plant. I will be propagating it soon, and as I do that, I will take you guys along the journey in me learning how to do that. From what I understand, it is pretty simple to do, but I can't wait for this beauty to grow even bigger, propagate it, and get more plants from her. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you are not subscribed yet, again, I'd love to have you stick around and subscribe. So go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below, and I will be back soon with some more plant care. Take care, guys. Bye.